Hello, and welcome to this short video demonstration of ST's Asset Tracking Cloud Dashboard and Companion mobile application. To begin, I will demonstrate how to use the SensorTile.box to connect to the ST Asset Tracking Dashboard. I will first navigate to dsh-assettracking.st.com in my browser. At the home screen, I will first press the green Go button, and since I'm not logged in, it will prompt me to do so. Now you'll be redirected to the MyST login portal, where you can log in with an existing MyST account or create a new account if you do not already have one. Once I am logged in, I will be taken to the Devices portion of the dashboard. Next, I will go over to my Android phone, which is mirrored here on my desktop, and I will open the ST Asset Tracking application, which is freely available for Android and iOS. From here, I will first click on the Asset Tracking Dashboard icon, and I will now log in using the same account as I used previously for the dashboard in the web browser. Okay, there's nothing to see here yet. I will now go back to the home screen, and I'm going to click on the Bluetooth icon labeled FP-ATR-BLE1, which corresponds to the function pack currently running on the SensorTile.box. Next, I will push the user button on the SensorTile.box to begin advertising. We now see ATB_100 appear, which is the default device name configured in this function pack. Okay, the app is now communicating with the SensorTile.box, and we can now set parameters for events of note that we are interested in capturing. Events that fall outside of these ranges will be recorded for later analysis. As an example, I will set temperature events with a low threshold of 10 degrees and a high threshold of 30 degrees. I will also enable humidity and will set a minimum threshold of 20% and a maximum threshold of 60%. I will enable tilt events and acceleration events for shocks greater than 2 Gs. And lastly, I will enable up and down orientation events. Finally, I will click the play icon, which will save these settings to the SensorTile.box, which will begin logging events. Okay. Notice now on the SensorTile.box that as I move it around, the blue LED will flash every time an event occurs. In this case, we are seeing the events associated with the acceleration and orientation settings that we made. I will now go back to the home screen in my app and once again click on the Bluetooth icon. I will again press the User button on the SensorTile.box to connect to the app. I will now go to the Data tab in the app. The app will now download all of the recorded data, and I will be asked if I want to upload this data to the cloud. I will click OK. Since this device is not yet registered to our dashboard, I will do so now. I will name the device STBox_demo and click Register Device. The app is now securely communicating with our cloud dashboard and registering a new device. Once completed, our captured data will be uploaded. I will now return to the dashboard in my web browser and click the Refresh button. The new device now appears here in the Devices panel. Next, I will expand the Details panel for this device. Here I can see the device's last activity was about 15 seconds ago, along with its geographical location at that time. Now I will open the Events panel in the dashboard and in the app. Here you can see the events that were recorded during that time interval. In the dashboard, I will select the device, show the last hour of data, and click Play. And there we go. We can see in the dashboard here the various events that were captured by the SensorTile.box. To preserve battery life, the SensorTile.box will only record events that fall outside of the thresholds that you have set. To demonstrate this, I will return to the Settings panel for the device in my app, and I will change some of these settings such that more normal conditions will be recorded as well. For this example, I will set the minimum and maximum temperature thresholds to 10 and 11 degrees Celsius, respectively. For humidity, I will set the minimum and maximum thresholds to 10 and 11% relative humidity. And finally, I will disable tilt, shock, and orientation events. I will now stop and restart the logging. This will save these new settings to the board. And now I will let my SensorTile.box sit to collect data for a few hours. Now that my board has collected a few hours worth of sensor readings, I will return to the app to read this data. I click the Bluetooth icon and connect to the board. I then go to the Data tab. Once the data is read, I will select Upload to Cloud. We can see now in the app the sensor readings over time. Back in the dashboard, I will go to the Devices panel. We see here that the device's last activity was just moments ago, along with its location. I will go to the Device Details panel and select Telemetry. I select my device, the measurement I'm interested in, and the time window. And finally click Play. And here we now see all of the data that was collected by the SensorTile.box during that time. Now let's move to the NFC Smart Tag. First in the app, I will click on the NFC icon labeled FP-SNS Smart Tag 1. We can tap the Smart Tag to the NFC reader on the phone to establish communications. Here in the Settings tab, we can configure the sensor logging parameters as desired. In this case, I have configured my Smart Tag to log data every 20 minutes and have left it to gather this data for several days. When I now click the Data tab, it will transfer all stored data from the Smart Tag to the app. We will be asked if we want to sync this data to the cloud. I will say OK. Since this device is not yet registered to our dashboard, we will do so now. The device will be created in the dashboard and the data will be uploaded. We can now see the sensor telemetry in the app. Let's now refresh the dashboard. Our NFC Smart Tag has appeared in our list of devices. I will now go to the Details panel where we will see the latest sensor data combined with its geographic location. In the Telemetry tab, we can see the full history of recorded data. Here I will plot temperature data collected by this device over a custom time period of about 3 days. This concludes this demonstration. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you have found it useful.